Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're going to cover the week of February 15th through the 21st. Lots of things happening. One of the things that's happening is your ruling planet of Mercury is like crawling along, almost not moving, because it's going to station direct on Saturday at 11 degrees. So if your birthday is around 11 degrees of Gemini, almost said Sagittarius. Well, it would also affect that because that's the south node. You're really going to be feeling this energy this week for sure as it slows to a crawl. But let's just see here. I mean, and once it stops, it doesn't move for like several days. So if your energy is around there, wow. Okay, so your overall energy for the week is tough. Okay, so you have a need to find balance because we have the Two of Pentacles plus the Hanged Man. So there's a situation where I feel like you need a new perspective, another way of looking at it in order to figure out how to handle it. And I think it might have to do with something with finances because we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is thinking that you don't have enough. You know, the people outside, see the lady inside, she's winning the jackpot. She thinks she's doing great, but she doesn't even notice that there are people outside that have nothing. And so there's a need to kind of look at your life from a different perspective where maybe you think you're lacking, maybe you have more than you think, or there are resources available to you that maybe you are not aware that are available to you. Because we do have, let me see, we're looking at community, dreams, spirituality, in the house of you this week where the moon is. So where would you be feeling this? And I feel like this is definitely feeling around your sense of where you belong in a community. And I think that there are a lot more resources available to you than maybe you're aware of, or you are doing something that people just freaking don't understand. But you are being led and you are being guided by spirit. And just because everybody else is confused and you feel a little out in the cold and not part of it doesn't make you wrong. It means that you have a different way of doing things than other people are aware of. And so as long as you maintain your balance and your sense of purpose, I think you're going to be just fine. Let's get into the cards. Okay, so we start off with that moon in your 11th house, and that is Aries. And the moon at this stage of the game is about self-love and nourishment. But what can you do for yourself that benefits you, that takes care of you, that it's okay to put your oxygen, your oxygen mask on first. It is okay to hang there in suspense while you decide, while you learn, while you figure out what it is that Spirit is leading you and guiding you to do. Spirit up here. We also have the spider that's dropped down here. This is creativity. Okay, so we have the spider of creativity and we have Spirit leading the way. And so there is a reason that you are hanging in getting a new perspective, like taking a pause, taking a breather. And so allow yourself to do that, especially on Monday and Tuesday when the energy is probably the most gentle energy you're going to have this week to work with. So we had kind of nice energy coming out of that out of Valentine's weekend, moon in Pisces. But it's a good thing because this week's going to get kind of interesting. So you have perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side of the mountain you're climbing. It's huge and it's formidable, but you have the ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it. You just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They are grunting and crying and cursing like the freaking pirates. They just don't sell a lot lot of posters. Actually, they're not. Actually, if you're getting to the top of Mount Everest, you are not grunting, you are not crying, you are not, okay, I haven't been there, but I can tell you that the air is so thin that you are conserving energy, so you are not wasting it by carrying on and being loud and out of control, right? You're just taking a different pause, a breath, a break, and that's okay. It's perseverance. We have gratitude and we have clarity. Hangman. Okay, so Odin sacrificed one of his physical eyes so that he could have third eye sight, which is often considered the hangman, right? Hung from a tree. We have clarity. Stopping to listen to your inner self. Stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. So, persevere in what it is that you are hanging there waiting to do. And other people might be like, but you need to tell us what's going on, you need to give us information, and they're feeling left out in the cold. But if you're not ready yet, you're just not ready, and you hang in there literally and do what it is that you need to do. Gratitude. Today I'm grateful for all the little things, even when the big things suck. There are always plenty of little things that I can at least be a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. So sometimes it's hard to count your blessings. Sometimes it feels like everybody else is getting everything and you're not. Sometimes you're like, I have too many demands on my time and I'm just trying to stay balanced and make my way through it here. But I really wanted to say, hang in there, persevere until you find the clarity of vision that it is that you are looking for, because that's where the answers are going to come from. Because when that moon moves into Taurus on Tuesday at 10:12 p.m., it's about the path. It is about finding the steps on the way forward. And yes, they look a little rickety. They look a little, oh gosh, I don't know, how do I say this? They look a little dangerous. But it is the way forward, and you can see it, and you will know it. And by listening to your intuition, you will be able to start making steps in that direction, even if it's a mental preparation this week. On Wednesday, the moon is going to come into conjunction with Uranus. And when it does that, it's going to be in square with Saturn. The Saturn-Uranus square is a globally felt tension. And so I just feel like duck and cover is kind of what I want to tell everybody for this week. It is a tense emotional day because that moon is going to square off with Mercury and with Jupiter and with the sun and with Venus. And so everybody is just going to be feeling all the pressure and all the tense between Saturn and Uranus. And so what's going to happen is anybody's guess. And so trying to stay centered, trying to stay within your own self, trying to stay in your own lane is going to be really highly advisable for managing this week's energy. And so kind of hanging in there for that. Then on Thursday, the moon is going to conjunct with fiery Mars over there in Taurus. And so now words can become explosive. And on Friday, then Venus is going to square off with Mars. And so it is just a week of opportunities for all kinds of things. So hang in there. Oh my God, look at this. You have endurance and acceptance. Yeah, persevere, endurance, hang in there. They keep saying hang in there. And then acceptance. Acceptance is clarity comes with accepting. When you see a situation for what it really is, there is an acceptance of what the situation is. It also could be an acceptance of guidance and help from spirit, because we do have spirit here coming in to bring this energy to you, and all you have to do is ask for the help that you need. But there might be a need to just kind of accept the situation for what it is, except that you still don't know the answer yet. Then you're still figuring it out, and that is okay. It is okay to be stuck in this position for a little while. It really is. Not for very long, but you're Gemini, and I doubt you will stay there very long. And so taking that breather, taking that break, especially this week, if you can pull yourself into a timeout, that is excellent. I highly recommend it for the world, but it looks like you guys really need it. So take it. On Thursday, the sun is going to move into Pisces at 5:44 a.m. And I am doing a video that will be coming out later this week for the sun sign season of Pisces for you. And so be on the lookout for that. But I am going to pull just one card here to kind of give you a flavor of what the sun in Pisces is going to mean over the course of the next 4 weeks for you. And comes with a little affirmation that you can use to help guide you through that energy. And you have gratitude, again, with the gratitude. So really counting your blessings, not just this week, but this coming sun sign season for the next 5 weeks or so. This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. And so again, remember what it says. I like things like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented the internet, and I'm allowed to use them whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs to do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. You might have to literally look that closely to find something to be grateful for, but the longer your gratitude list is, the higher your vibrational energy and the more opportunities you will draw to you. And so this, over the course of the next 4 weeks or so, really focusing in on what it is that you are grateful for, and maybe just for 30 days, you don't have to do it forever, you keep a joy journal where every day you find the time to sit down and you write out a couple of things that happened that day that you notice that you're grateful for. Even if it comes down to, I have 10 fingers and 10 toes, right? Some people don't. Then the moon moves into your sign, Gemini, at 11:04 a.m. on Friday. That's Eastern Standard Time, U.S. And this is about assessing the path forward. This is seeing things from a distance and going, okay, so here's where I am, and this is where I want to go, and what am I going to do? And it's following the guidance and the intuition of your higher self. Discernment. Discernment. There's a lot going on. How are you managing it? Discerning. That Mercury, I'm sorry, one more time. Venus squaring Mars. Venus squaring Mars while the moon is in Gemini means, okay, Gemini, I'm going to say this to you, and do not be offended. I think you might get what I'm talking about. It is like Venus has two personalities, right? She can be a warrior and she can be a lover. And Mars can be a warrior, or he can be a very passionate lover. And so with the moon in Gemini, the question is which twin is going to show up, right? And on top of that, you've got the moon squaring off with the sun. So there's a lot of illumination of a situation and a lot of tension around it. And so the energy is going to require negotiation of how do I manage this? How do I stay where I'm supposed to be? Oh gosh, angelic help. That is that dove, right? That's the angelic help coming in. Confirmation, trust, and a higher purpose. I am sheltered within the wings of angels. I am sheltered within the wings of angels. Your prayers are now being answered, and you are surrounded by spiritual protection. You can visualize this as a white light radiating around you. Trust that you are on the right path, even when there are challenges, and know that you will find a way through, aided by powerful love and light of your divine guardians. There is no need to be afraid. Trust your path is unfolding, even when it takes unexpected twists and turns. Here is a sign of hope, light, and that an oppression is being lifted from your soul so that joy, love, and happiness can return to your heart. So yes, you're not wrong that you're having a tense week. And I don't know that this week is going to be better, except that know that you are protected, you are guarded, you are where you're supposed to be. So what does that mean? What is the perspective change that you need to make that will help you, right? And where can you start finding things to be grateful for? And again, this acceptance is kind of like accepting the guidance and the support and of spirit, and that there is something to be learned from all of this, of where you are. There's something important here. So look for the lesson, count the blessings. Really focusing over the course of the next 30 days. Really focusing on what it is that you're grateful for. Okay, so you're ending a cycle and getting ready to start a new one and hanging in suspension while you're figuring out where the new cycle is going, right? So you have beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. Hidden depths. You can only see the surface, look beyond. Odin was trying to look beyond the surface, to see with his third eye. So really taking some time to meditate, to be in the quiet, go for a walk in nature, sit in a bath if that works for you. Journaling when you're an air sign is such a great way to really pull your energy in and try to see things from a different perspective. And you have to listen. Be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. But I feel like this is listening to your inner voice. Journaling. Okay, so when you journal, that's a way of channeling. You channel through writing, right? So all it is you start writing about, okay, I have this problem. You start off with a prayer, Spirit, help me to find an answer. And here's the problem. And you start writing the problem. And then you start writing what you think are the possible solutions. And step back from trying to control what comes out of your pen. Allow it to just flow. You might surprise yourself what comes through. Like, you can really get some insight. You might be like, I didn't know I felt that way. I didn't know I was thinking that. Oh, that's a good idea. Give yourself the opportunity, but it takes practice. So every day, a little bit, while you're writing your gratitude list, also write whatever else comes. Okay? So new opportunities are coming to you. But right now you're in a tough spot, so hang in there. Perseverance and endurance. You got this. You can do this. I will see you later this week. We'll flesh out the whole month. There's probably a lot more information that can come. But this week looks like you're going to have to be tough. All right? Talk to you soon.